Peaky Blinders Season 2. Took me a while. Took me a long time. Not because it's bad, it's because I'm lazy. But I finished it. Before I get into it, lots of spoilers for Season 2. All spoilers. Not going to go through the whole entire season, but spoilers. You've been warned. First thing I need to get off my chest with Season 2 is I don't like the Season 1 cliffhanger that much anymore, considering how Season 2 progressed. My one gripe right off the bat with Season 2. I really don't like how that cliffhanger had no consequences. It seemed like when the writers were writing that for Season 1, they're like, we need to have some sort of cliffhanger. And then when they started writing Season 2, they're like, we have nowhere to go if we leave these characters out. So they had that scene happen with really no consequences. What I mean by that is Grace was going to leave anyway, and Major Campbell's still alive. Yes, he has a limp, and she shot him, and, Thomas brings it up a lot. I'll get into that later. So that scene really doesn't have much weight to it, which is kind of unfortunate, because I did like the cliffhanger when I first saw it. Now it has less meaning to me. That's my one gripe about Season 2. I will say that Season 2 is much better than Season 1. Not saying Season 1's bad, I gave it 9.5. The reason I like Season 2 so much is they explore new territories. They really get into this underground criminal world. We introduce new characters, new locations, and it's very interesting. Thomas Shelby is a very interesting character too. We got his backstory in Season 1, but now he's just dealing with his own issues. He's really affected by Grace leaving. He, at some points, doesn't want to be alive. He feels like he just wants to die, which is interesting because it seems like he has everything he wants. But no, he wants more. He wants to keep expanding, which if he were to stay put and just keep what he has, I think he would stay happy and everyone would be happy around him. But he wants more. He wants more. For narrative-wise, that's great because we get more characters and more locations that are great. Like Tom Hardy's character. Forget his character's name, not even gonna look it up, but he's great. Tom Hardy's always great in everything he does, and I'm so glad he's in the show because he fits it so well, and his character is awesome. He's intimidating, he's funny, I love it. And his whole Jewish gang in the bakery, and they're making the alcohol and stuff, is interesting too. It's a great addition to this world, and I'm glad to see they're expanding, and I can't wait to see them explore that world a little bit more in the later seasons. I will say though, he is very hard to understand sometimes. Sometimes I consider turning on the subtitles. But that's his thing. Sometimes Tom Hardy takes roles where his character kind of mumbles and doesn't really make any sense. Homer, I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking head. Fire rises. We also get deeper into some characters too, like Polly's character. I think she gets a lot of character development in this season, where she's very traumatized by her son being taken from her. And we finally meet her son, and I like her son a lot. Seems like a good kid, good head on his shoulders, but he wants some action. He wants to be part of the Peaky Blinders. But she doesn't want that because she's lost him his whole life, and she finally gets him back, and she doesn't want to lose him again to this life of crime and uncertainty, which is completely fair because being a Peaky Blinder can be sketchy. It's a pretty crazy life. Arthur's dealing with a lot of issues too. He's beating people to death. He starts doing coke, which weirdly calms him down. I never really got that, but, it fits his character, though. I like that. I love the scene where Arthur and them go to the London bar and they beat the shit out of everyone, and he's like, "This establishment under new management by order of the Peaky fucking Blinders." Let's get into that London stuff now. They keep expanding, and the London gang fights back. They almost killed Thomas Shelby, but Major Campbell saves him. Major Campbell has a lot of leverage on Thomas this season. The big thing in Season 2 that Thomas has to do is he has to assassinate this higher officer for Winston Churchill. And once he does that, Major Campbell's going to kill Thomas. It's a great chess match between those two characters, and it's really interesting. It is one of the most interesting parts of Season 2. We get introduced to another love interest for Tommy, and I like this girl a lot more than Grace. I feel like she's more interesting. I don't know, she's wittier. She has horses and stuff. I don't know. I thought they meshed well better than him and Grace. I don't hate Grace or anything. She was a cool character in Season 1. She's barely in Season 2, but I don't know. I kind of like the other girl better. Grace is back too, and she leaves her husband to be back with Thomas, and, everyone saw that coming, to be honest. No one thought that was much of a shocker. Or the pregnancy thing at the season finale. Let's talk about the season finale. I think this season finale is perfect. It's the best episode so far in the series, by far. Not even from a screenwriting and story perspective, but I swear every shot in this finale was great. It was directed beautifully, and I really love the style of the show, and it really blossomed in the finale. Everything's coming to a head, like a season finale should, but this time it really feels like it really is all coming to a head. All these elements coming together at once. I love that shot of Thomas and Major Campbell sitting at the bar, and everyone's leaving, and they're just staying there, and the music's playing. It's awesome. And their dialogue between each other was great too. And I was thinking, this seems like dialogue like one of the characters is going to die. I kind of knew Major Campbell was going to die, considering that Thomas Shelby is the main character, and there's like 5 seasons of this show. He dies. He gets killed by Polly, which was great revenge for what he did earlier when he raped her, which was the most disturbing part of the whole series so far. That scene made me so uncomfortable. Great for Polly because she's a badass, and you don't fuck with her either. You don't fuck with Polly. You don't fuck with the Peaky fucking Blinders either. Thomas was gonna get killed, but apparently Winston Churchill wants him for another mission, so we'll see where that goes in season 3. He's gonna marry Ada. No, I almost forgot about the one scene when he threatened to blow up Tom Hardy's bakery thing. That was a great scene. I loved it. I love how each person's trying to call each other's bluff. It was great. It was a perfect clash between these two characters. But yeah, I really like the end of season 2 because it sets up a lot more things for season 3, more than season 1. We got these new characters, these new territories. I'm just curious to see where they're going to go with the series since they don't have like a copper character, since Major Campbell's dead, and I feel like that's a big part of the show. What do I know? Haven't seen the show. You guys have. Don't say shit. Don't say fucking shit. In the end, though, season 2 of Peaky Blinders I thought was better than season 1. Even though I didn't really like how it had no consequence for the cliffhanger of season 1, I still think it's better than season 1. I think a lot of the character elements are more interesting. They really expand the world in some very interesting areas and some really cool characters that are introduced. The plot elements are more intense and the finale is perfect, and I can't wait to see season 3. I'm going to give season 2 of Peaky Blinders a 9.5. I think I would have gave it a 10 if they really had some sort of weight to the season 1 cliffhanger. All of what really happened was Tommy and them made a few jabs at him about Grace shooting him. You know, that really affected him, and he had a limp, but it's really about it. I'm excited for season 3, though. Can't wait to get on that. I'll try and finish it faster than I did with season 2 because I know that took a while. So, season 2 of Peaky Blinders, what did you guys think of it? Thank you guys so much for watching. Click here to see more of Dave Takes.